It always comes to this. More nice shit. Hello there guys, here again to do another tattoo progress update. Where I last left off, I showed off a whole bunch of stuff, so I can't remember which one I did last, but I've had the red done on my torso. I did the color down here, and then we did this in here. I think that was the last time with Rick, and then I colored the eye, changed the color of the eye. I'm gonna get it right out of the way what I did this time, if I can get it up here. So Rick and I had a fairly short session. Neither one of us were really feeling it, to be honest. Usually I'm feeling it and he isn't on a Monday, being that it's kind of like the day off. You know, getting him in here can be a little hard sometimes. He usually drinks pretty good the night before, whatever the hell, however you cut loose, right? This time I was kind of not feeling it either. You know, when you're in the middle of a huge project like this, as I say, I think it's easy to get kind of like every now and then. With that said, I like what we did. It was just a small session. It was only meant to be, you know, this little chunk this time. Rick wants to do a bigger session the next time. He wants to come and do the second pass on all the color through here. So I think we could probably achieve that, even though Rick doesn't usually work that fast or that hard for that long. I think it's pretty achievable, given second pass is always going really quick. And what we're going to be doing is turning the color up here and down here into something more like the color we have here. And it's always so hard to get, like, it's always so hard to film or show off a sleeve or the color in here. This is kind of the gold standard for what I want the rest of the arm to look like. So just getting it there. The inner bicep's going to take more passes, I think, because this didn't heal as easily and it didn't heal as well. So the color's a little bit more dated already. Even though we spent longer working in there, we got a worse result. So that's always frustrating, but it is what it is. That whole spawn piece that I had on my inner bicep was basically just pure scar tissue. And as I say all the time, you know, you can have a good looking tattoo that is scarred. So a lot of people will be sitting out there with tattoos that they really like and they think they were done well because they look good. Just because something's a nice picture doesn't mean it isn't caked in scar tissue. Here's your friendly warning. You probably got more than one tattoo on you done by a really nice artist that's full of scar tissue. It's just the way it is. I had a portrait on my right thigh that was really fucking cool. It was a big Frankenstein portrait, and I have a picture of it, but I can't find it to save my life. I'll maybe find it this time. Yeah, it was really cool. It was one of my favorite portraits, but it was full of scar tissue. No joke. When Rick went to cover that thing, when he went to black it out, it was like he struck concrete when he got into that. So just because a tattoo looks nice doesn't mean that it's done nice. Two different things. Same as I always say, technique and artistry are two different things. They can go hand in hand, and they usually will, but you can be one without the other. And you can also just have a bad heel, or you can also just have a bad day as an artist, or you can also just go too hard on someone's skin, or the longer you work on someone, typically the better you get to know their skin, and the easier you can put the ink in too. I find that, like, most artists can figure out, you know, your skin for the most part within a session, but you have to be able to see how that skin heals and how tattoos age in that person and all this shit to figure out the most of it. So, for example, with any given thing that Rick does to my body, he's gonna know more or less what the result is gonna be. There's very few accidents or shocks that happen where it's like, wow, I can't believe it. I only did this and it healed like this, you know? Whereas when you're brand new working on someone, like I had Alex Rose tattoo the back of my neck. That was the first time I've been tattooed by a tattooer that doesn't normally tattoo me in a very long time. And I had some light scabbing. So, you know, but then again, that guy sends it too. He doesn't give a shit. When he was tattooing the back of my neck, I felt like my neck was gonna break off. Everyone around me was squeamish for me. Doesn't mean tattoo, but yeah, you feel it. You feel him there. He's a presence. With that said, I really like these colors. I think that's a good choice. You can see that we did some more of the red velvet background. It's probably gonna heal like kind of subtle. Like you can see the difference between the 1-pass and the 2-pass red velvet here, which is kind of curious for me to watch, because even as these both age now, because it's been a while since we've hit either of them, like the first or second pass. The second pass just does hold up better, even if it's not like where I want it to be entirely. I think 3 passes is really perfect for color. I think 1 is enough to show, 2 is enough to be really clear, and then 3 is enough to be like really nice and vibrant and like solid color. Even though it's not exactly where I want it to be, it has been curious, or I was curious to watch these age, and you can see the difference even just looking from here to here, in the clarity and condensed, or the clarity and the condensation of the color, we'll say. With that said, I'm looking forward to next week's session with Rick. I've only got 2 more sessions coming up with Rick before I have a bit of a break again. Me and my wife are going to Kelowna in the start of November, so from the 4th to the 12th. This vlog is being made, I believe, on the 17th or 18th of October, and it will probably air closer to December. I don't know, something like that. But I'll only be gone for a week then. Still good. It'll give my whole arm a chance to heal up. And as I said, we're planning on doing a big session next week. I think it's going to help a lot down here. Up here is the best part of the sleeve. I've been waiting to get the rest of it caught up. There's one part that's really bugging me right now is right in through here, just because as soon as in through the ditch and this part of the bicep is done, the whole thing will at least connect. And then there's nothing better than the feeling of when a sleeve connects. Even though it's fucking fully saturated a million times over, this arm is still, the sleeve is still not connecting all the way, and that drives me nuts. But obviously, this is a work in progress, and it's 23 sessions already. So I'm not too beat up over it, but I will be happy when we get in there. So I'm hoping in 2 weeks' time we can hit that. And yeah, I've got 2 more sessions here, and then we're going to Kelowna. And my wife is going to learn to tattoo. So she'll be starting real slow. She'll be doing the shop apprentice stuff. She's been at the shop now for, I think, the last 6 months, just cleaning and drawing and hanging out and observing the artists and learning to set up and ripping to paper towel and stuff like this. And once she does start, I think she's going to take to it really quickly. So that'll be nice. It'll be nice to get her into this. I think she'll really take to it, and I think she's got the art background to really do something with it too. I've been offered tattoo apprenticeship a million times from several different artists over the years, and while I do have a good design sense and an eye for what a good tattoo should be, clearly, you know, I've never been one to sit down and draw, and you don't really need to be able to draw to be a tattoo artist anymore. You really don't. A lot of people probably won't understand that, but for the people who are in the industry, you'll know that there's a lot of tracing and there's a lot of photocopying that's done, and especially if you're a realism artist, there's not a whole ton of drawing. With that said, I've always felt fairly... I've always been of the mind that a tattoo artist should be able to draw if required, and I think an artist should be a tattooer. I don't think that you should get into that if you're just doing it for the money. There's lots of ways to make a ton of money, and you don't need to be a tattooer putting permanent or semi-permanent pictures on people's skin if you can't draw. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying you're going to be drawing that hard every day. I work in a shop, obviously, and everyone that works here can draw if they need to. It sucks that that part of it isn't transparent between client and artist. Is that like we get most people that come in here thinking like tattoo artists are these people who are painting and drawing in their spare time, and they're just deeply artistically inclined, whereas in a lot of shops, I know several artists offhand that I could name, but I won't, that they haven't drawn a picture in who knows how long, and I don't know if they even could. I might have a better shot, because I actually do doodle a little here or there, and I just think that's a little sad. Like, I do think that tattooing is more of a technical pursuit than it is a artistic one, especially these days. But I think that if you put the two together, you've got a better foundation for the whole thing. So just my two cents on that. I don't know, that'll probably upset someone out there, but I'm good at that anyway, and I'm okay with doing that. All the color that Terry put in on my eye tattoo is it's healed up pretty good. The black, for the most part, did cover the center. I wasn't sure it would. I'll show it off. So I have a little bit of scabbing here and one little down here. They're just really light scabs. Overall, the color is actually brighter than it was when I showed it off last time. All the color kind of goes dark when it mixes with the black. So whenever you're doing, any color over black project, bank on everything is going to get dark before you know what it looks like. Like, so if you put in some blue or whatever, and it's not really showing blue, like there's times when none of this looked blue to me in the mirror. Just put it out of your mind. You have to let that shit heal. Everything's mixing. Like I said, when I took a shower, you could see the whole grid through this. You can still see a little bit of it. And I have no doubt that it's still mixing to some degree. We may get more of that come through. With that said, it won't really matter because I'm just going to do another pass on the black anyway. It's just a little thinner than I want it to be, but it still looks so much better. Especially with how these colors healed. I really, really like the way it looks. The whole torso in general is looking way more colorful already. And eventually, we're going to be coloring in these tentacles as well. So the whole thing is going to be a full color torso. There will be no black and gray-esque white on black on black work, which will upset some people, as everything I do does, but I like the direction of the full color. I like these colors for the eye way more, and the new pupil really helps. I'm going to be doing a video talking all about the eye here soon, because I made a video about it and why it's the only tattoo that I've never gotten rid of, basically, and I keep reworking. But I'll talk about that another time. For now, just know that video's coming. If you care, you might not. Yeah. So 23 sessions into this sleeve, and we're still nowhere close. At one point I was thinking maybe we drop that number down to between 40 and 50 kind of, but now I'm thinking it may take the limit of my original guess, 60 to 80 sessions to finish this sleeve, and it could be even more than that. I'm not really that hurt about it because someone here was watching me get tattooed the other day and they said, when are you going to be done all that, Remy? It's like, I'm not too concerned with getting done all of that because the minute I'm done all of this, I'll be working on something else anyway. So I'm a make work project. With that said, I have another session coming up this week with Terry, obviously. No rest for the wicked. Plan on doing a third pass on this shoulder / chest trap area and doing some final touch-ups and highlights on my head as I'm going to be growing in my hair again soon. I've decided when I get back from Kelowna I'm gonna let it grow in, so I'll be wearing a lot of hats again. I hate the growing stage. If I could just go from bald to having hair, that'd be great. Obviously I can't do that, so that's too bad. Anyway, I won't keep yapping at you guys. I'll talk to you again soon. Have a great day.